in Brazos Bend State Park, and this is the observatory is not run by the park. This area has been given to us by the park. We're part of the Natural Science Museum in Houston, and we've been here since 1989, so in October will be our 30th anniversary. But it's going to be really cool to see the eclipse reach its totality later tonight. The eclipse will start around 9:30, so it's just called a lunar eclipse. There is the nickname Wolf Moon. That's just the first full moon in January. That's kind of a nickname, like a blue moon or a honeymoon. It's not really astronomically significant. And then, of course, it is a supermoon, which means it's at perigee, which means it's about as close to the Earth as it gets, which means it's ever so slightly brighter, which normally we don't like that here at the observatory. So, yeah, eclipses have been a big part of every culture, has its own little stories about all that. Usually it can be a sign of menace or it can be a sign of prosperity, depending on the personality of the culture that is interpreting it. Of course, Christopher Columbus famously used his knowledge of possible lunar eclipse to trick the Native Americans into going along with something he wanted them to do. They were incredulous about his intentions, and he said, "I'll prove that I'm something or other, and in 2 days there'll be a lunar eclipse." And of course there was a lunar eclipse in a couple of days because we had very good astronomers even before there were telescopes who could predict eclipses just based on observation with the naked eye. So knowing that, he scared him. He scared him into doing what he wanted. Constantine used an eclipse to prove Christianity was the real religion, to convert the Roman Empire to Christianity. I think it was some astronomical event that he knew he was able to predict because they had great astronomers even before telescopes. So, oh yeah, it was. I mean, if you didn't understand what you were seeing, I mean, it's any change to the norm is scary. Of course, now we know it's just it's a fun coincidence, just the way everything lines up, and it's something fun to look at. So, but yeah, there's a huge interest in amateur astronomy and obviously being in Houston, but all over the state of Texas. Our goal from the get-go was education. So we get field trips throughout the week from the inner cities. And they come out and it's funny, they see a cow for the first time driving out. They're like, "What's that?" It's a cow. Of course, you got to talk to Congress about doing NASA's funding because they always want to. It's the one department where they'll cut funding. They won't cut funding in anything else, will they? Not defense or anything.